Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. In today's video, as last time, I changed the background. I'm keeping the white background, I'm keeping the blue gloves just because I'm gonna have a couple of nails that are gonna be very dark and I don't want them to blend in too much with the background. So I don't know, maybe let me know if you like more the white background or the black one, or maybe I should find another color, although I don't want to use a color that's gonna clash. So yeah, just let me know. Anyway, today, oh, I have been wanting to do this for years and I've always been very scared of doing this design. You already know what it is. It's It, obviously. Stephen King is well, my second favorite author, and It must be one of my favorite books, so you know, it's definitely in top 3. Yeah, definitely top 3. So I really wanted to do this, and as I said, I've been wanting to do this for years, and I've never actually had the courage to start. But I am so happy with how they came out. It was not a hard design to do, actually. I don't know why I was so scared. It was really easy. I really hope you guys are gonna give it a try, and at least, I mean, even if you don't want to do maybe like the Pennywise or the little kid or something, maybe do the other ones. They're really easy. So I really hope you guys are gonna give them a try and just, you know, let me know how it goes and tag me in them. And all right, with all of that said, let's do some nails. In this set I will use Jessica Rabbit, Void and Whiteout from Kirsty Meakin gel polishes. I will start with whiteout on 3 of the nails and I will apply 2 layers of each and cure for 30 seconds. I'm still struggling with the background with this. I know this is going to be very bright, but then on the black nails is going to be just perfect. So anyway, with the Nail Chemie Artisan paints, I'm going in with red, black, yellow and white. I think these are all the gel paints I'm going to use in this set. And I will start with the black and my Glitterbels detailer brush, the middle detailer, because that's my favorite one to use. And I will just start doing kind of mapping out where everything is. I already did that with the pencil as well, but I will start with the gel paint because, you know, this way you can actually see how much you need to add or to leave out, kind of thing. I can't explain, but I do highly recommend to actually draw this with the pencil first, because that way you can see where the proportions are, you can see where everything's supposed to go, and work from there. And you can actually wipe it off really easily without, you know, removing half of the nail, because the gel paint is just gonna come off really quickly. And yeah, so I mapped out where everything was supposed to go, and basically I'm just following that with my gel paint. I'm not trying to make anything perfect right now. I'm just doing kind of a general shaping situation. And now I'm adding some smaller details and I'm trying to make that black look perfect everywhere. So I'm going over all the lines, thickening up what I want thickened and so on. Then I mixed in some glossy top coat with some black, with some of that void. And I am just starting to map out where the shadows are gonna be. Just because this way the blend is gonna be so much better wherever we put shade, anywhere we put shade. This is going to like pave the way towards it. So you already kind of have a little bit of a ombre situation going, and you know, you work from there. And I'm not curing this at all until I actually add the proper shading. So I'm just adding, you know, some shades here and there. I don't know what I was doing there. I just, yeah, maybe just ignored that one. I tried to add some shading there, but yeah, it did not work on the side of his face. It just, but it's not extremely noticeable, and I do kind of like work it, spread it out a little bit, so it's fine. Anyway, now I'm gonna go in exactly under his eyebrow, actually more on top of his eye, and on top of the eyebrow as well. And I will make that a bit higher just because it's like a bit of the temple. And yeah, I don't know body parts very well, apparently. I know body parts. That's not the temple. That's like the side of the forehead. But because, he's very, like, his eyebrow is very arched, then you're going to have a lot of, like, shadow there. Anyway, now I'm adding some really, really fine lines, although you can't see them, with detailer brush and some of that black gel paint. And just trying to, like, paint underneath the eye and drag it down a little bit. And you're gonna see me in a minute going in with a bigger brush, I think, just to bring that down. And I'm gonna leave the little lines on his nose exactly as they are because I liked how they looked. And I'm just bringing the rest down towards the middle of his cheek. I'm sorry it's out of focus. I don't know what's wrong with me again. And yes, you can see here, well, no, earlier. So every time I'm like here feathering it down, I'm using one of the gel brushes that Glitterbels has, just because it's easier to feather things down with a bigger brush than with a detailer brush. Otherwise you're just adding more and more lines, really, really thin ones, and you're gonna be there all day. Whereas if you use a bigger brush, it's just gonna bring a lot more product down quicker. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going again above his eyebrow there, and I'm just bringing some of that color in. And then I decided to go underneath his, like the side cheek there, because he has that fancy, I don't know how it's called, color. So I brought a line of that black, and now I'm just kind of working it through, playing a little bit with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then with that nail chemy yellow, I am just painting his iris here, bright yellow, because this nail is not going to have a lot of color in focus. So on the side of his head, that's fine, but it doesn't have a lot of color in the middle of his face, so that eye is going to pop so much. That's why I didn't use the red as the line on his face. I really wanted that eye to be creepy. And then on the side there, I decided to use that red gel paint, and I dragged some black and some white through it just to have a bit more dimension and things. After I cured that yellow, I added another line and fixed out the eye shape and everything else, in order for everything to look perfect, obviously, because why not? Then I'm going in with a matte top coat. I am floating it very, very gently over the top, so please don't drag, just float it gently, because otherwise you are going to drag the colors. And this nail is done. For the next nail, I'm going in with that no, it's not the middle liner, sorry, with the gel brush from Glitterbels. They really need to put some names on these. And I'm just basically painting the it, because, it's on a lot of the book covers, it's in the movie, it's everywhere. And the way I did it is I just basically painted the I and the T, and then I made it very messy. As you can see, it was really easy to do. That nail is done. Here again, I went in first with the pencil just to map out where everything is, because otherwise, the spacing might be a bit off. And I am going to very gently write loser on the nail, as you can clearly see. And then I'm going in with the black gel paint a bit more, and just kind of, painting some more, thickening those lines, cleaning up those lines. You can actually see that my top is a Mickey Mouse top. Well, you can't really see that, but I was very concentrated, as you can see in this design, and that's why it's really out of focus and horrible. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. But yeah, I'm just thickening things out, and I will cure this after I manage to thicken everything and make everything look kind of even. It doesn't have to be perfect because this was written down by a school guy, like a kid, so then I'm putting the V on top with red, exactly like he had on his cast, to fix the word loser, basically. And then with that V, because I wanted it to be more in the theme, I decided to bring out some like little lines to make it look a bit more raggedy, to kind of look like the It nail that I've done earlier. Anyway, now I'm going in with void, and I'm going to apply 2 layers of void and cure each. This is gonna go on the last 2 nails, and now I'm painting some of that Dorothy because I absolutely loved this glitter and I really wanted something in the background of this nail, something more, something extra. So I just added some of that Dorothy, and I'm feathering it down with the ombre brush from Ink London. I think it's called El Ombre. And as soon as I'm happy with how everything is, I am going to cure that and remove the sticky layer off of it. If you feel like it's a bit too bumpy, you could add a layer of base coat and like hold it upside down. I was fine with how it was. Then I will write down with that white gel paint. Obviously you'll float too, because that's another one of the words. And you can see that I'm going through like different types of writing and things. And yeah, just do whatever feels natural to you. It doesn't have to be perfect. There are plenty of different types of writing when it comes to this book. And just do whatever feels good to you and whatever you feel comfortable with, and everyone's gonna know what you meant because it's iconic. Anyway, I put a layer of matte top coat on that, and that was done. Then next nail, again I applied 2 layers of void, as I said, and now I'm starting in with that yellow paint, and I will basically I'm just making kind of the shape of a boy, so you can see the head, shoulders, then one of the hands is like out a little bit, and then the other one ends just above the waist, like the end of the jacket. So that's as easy as it's as easy as that. Anyway, now I'm just kind of making sure that that color is even everywhere. I cured it. I'm gonna put another layer on because I was not completely happy. Obviously yellow over the black is a bit hard to make even, so that's kind of why I put 2 layers. That's what I meant. And also I made his shoulders a little bit rounded because obviously he is in a raincoat that's kind of falling on him. It's not necessarily stiff, although it could be. Anyway, now I'm going in with the red, and I will just draw the shape of a balloon. It's really simple to do, like seriously simple. Then I'm going to go in with Finn, and I will start drawing his trousers. The way to draw legs, considering that this jacket is quite long, is going to go below his bottom. So obviously, the legs are going to be very short. Then I've done this exact technique in one of my older videos, but I've put some lines of yellow and then I just dragged with the ombre brush some white through them to make it look like it's a shiny surface, like water, because obviously it was raining a lot. Now I'm adding in with some of that black mixed with top coat. I'm adding some like black detail, like shadowing a little bit under his, like on his neck, some lines in his back, defining those arms, then going on the bottom there where his knees would be maybe, or whatever, just just little details like this it's what's gonna add everything together. And obviously some shoes, they don't have to be perfect. Then some highlights with some white gel paint, and this is going to be a shiny surface because it's going to be a shiny jacket, and just added everything. Then I'm going in with a layer of base coat because for the next step I wanted the smooth surface. Removed that sticky layer, and now I'm adding some lines with white, very very fine, extremely fine lines, to make it look like it's a very rainy situation. And then I'm gonna apply a matte top coat. These are all done now, and you saw how easy they were. Well, easy but time consuming. That's the only thing, is something is not hard to do, it just takes you longer to do it good, to do it well. Never mind English, you know, you already know. But you saw that they are pretty easy. You have to break everything down into lines, so you're just writing lines, well, painting lines in a shape, you know, like you paint lines one next to another. It's yeah, just break it down. Don't, you know, take the whole bunch at once and feel overwhelmed. Just maybe do the eye first, or maybe the eyebrow. After you do the eyebrow, you go then and do the eye, and then and slowly, by breaking it down, you're gonna make it a lot easier for yourself. So just saying. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll try to recreate these, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.